Hey, what's good? This is Martin, your favorite YouTube music producer, content creator, and all those things uh, influencers say now. Like they have all these like titles and stuff. Whatever. Today we have a video on how to make hard sample ambient beats. I was making this beat earlier today, and I thought, what does this sound like? Like if I wanted to make a deconstructed for YouTube on this beat, what should I name this beat? And I thought, like this kind of sounds like a Theo DPM type beat, something like DPM would hop on like Shank, I think is the name. Like I think that's how it's pronounced, but like all of them and stuff. And I figured, yeah, like this could be like a Theo or like a DPM beat. So I figured I would deconstruct this beat and show it on YouTube. We have the hand cam again on the people liked it on last video, and I was just like, I should probably keep that a thing. So yeah, let's just get started. I'm gonna play the beat for a little bit and show you guys what it sounds like, and I'm gonna hop into the deconstruction. It kind of sounds like this. I'm gonna mute my microphone and drink some water while you guys listen to it. So this is what the beat is sounding like, really. Here we have this like bridge sort of thing. So I'm gonna show how I made it. The first step really was this sample from Imogen Heap called "Have You Got It In You." It kind of sounds like this. I had originally pitched it up, but I kind of like how it sounds naturally. But yeah, I got the sample. I put it into FL Studio. Just like this. Let me show you. And so the first thing that I did for the sample, I know that Theo samples a lot of tracks, not specifically from Imogen Heap, but a lot of his beats have samples and like vocal samples and stuff. So I thought this could be a good starting point. So yeah, this is what the sample originally sounds like. So I chopped it here, and I chopped it again here. Right here, where the like bill part starts, and then I chopped it here, where the vocals come in. So if you have FL Studio 21, you have this option where you come here, you grab a chop and you click extract stems from sample, and you can extract the vocals, and it doesn't sound as good as La La La, which is this like AI website where you can just extract vocals. But I had run out of credits on La La La, and I had no PayPal balance, so I just used the FL Studio extractor, and it sounds pretty cool. And it's quicker too. You just like right click and you got the vocals.
Takes a lot to be always on for.
So the first thing that I did is lay the melody like this. I decided to use this like sample as the bass for the beat, but of course I was gonna play with it, so I decided to like layer it out like this. Here's the bell part. Here it goes back to normal, and here we have this like halftime up pitched version. So basically what I did here is that I put a halftime on the melody, and I pitched it up 12 semitones, so it would be halftime, but it would be like on the same pitch as the original sample. And the second thing that I did is I added some portal to it. I kind of messed with it a little, and it sounds like this with the portal. I think it's a really cool effect, it really gives the whole melody a whole different vibe. This is all portal, just portal. And I kind of tweak the portal, like I would make it come in here, then go off, come back in. And that transition does sound a little bit like harsh, but once you have drums on it and vocals and everything, you don't really hear it. So I didn't really mind it. And so once I had that, by the way, the Portal preset is the apology preset for my Portal bank. There's this option called fuck up, which basically just like bit crushes it. But it was a little bit too much, so I turned it off. This Portal bank that you can see me using is called the Shivers Portal bank, by the way. And it's $25, link down in the description. And it's 25 presets curated by me. I had originally like 70 presets on the bank, and I cut it down. I wanted to make a Portal bank where every single preset that you had could be usable and good, because I've kind of been in the situation where you buy Portal banks and you don't load them, and you have like 50 presets and only like 2 of them are usable. So I made this Portal bank for myself, and people kept asking me to release it. So here it is. If you want it, martinleib.com. That's the website. You can get it there. Yeah, that's the first thing that I did. The second thing that I did, really without laying out the drums, something that Theo does a lot on his beats, are like volume chops, like chops on the beat, like the entire beat. So I did some chops here. So it sounds like this, and like the occasional chop at the end of a bar. So kind of like this. And here again. So once I usually have my melody sorted out, I have it finished, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna move on to the drums. The first thing that I lay down is the clap. Nothing too crazy about it. Oops. It's like the regular glow sample, like the glow clap everybody uses. This drum kit that you can see me using, I have it in a folder as a work in progress. It's a drum kit that I'm gonna release for free when we hit 3K on Instagram. So if you're watching this, follow me, and I'm gonna release it for free when we hit 3K. It's my stash kit, all the sounds I've been using for the past few months, ever since 2024 started. So if you want it, you should just follow me and get it for free, But yeah, that's the clap. And all the sounds that I used came from that drum kit I just showed. This is the hi-hat, really simple pattern. I use this little knob here in FL Studio called swing, so if I turn it off, it sounds ass, but if I turn it on, it adds swing, you know what I'm saying? It adds swing, and it sounds pretty cool. And once you put it out, the clap. I've never heard Theo using swing, but I've been using it in a lot of my beats lately, and I like how it sounds. So I added this open hat and this rim, regular sidechant, this little snare here. So actually this snare is just laid down like this, these two things right here. But again, I have the swing on, because if I had no swing, it would sound like this. But with swing, they almost sound like a longer snare that's repeated. It sounds pretty cool. Actually, the person that showed me this swing technique is 22Nate. So shout out to 22Nate. I was cooking up with him at his house, and he told me about the swing knob. And I had used the swing knob before in like FL Studio 11, where it used to be a slider like this. If I can show a picture, I'll put it. But I had used the swing before to make like reggaeton beats and stuff, but I had never thought of using it on like an actual trap beat. And 22Nate tapped me in, so shout out to him, props to him. 22 the GOAT. And the last thing I really added to the drums was the 808, which is a sub. Theo mostly uses subs. So yeah, it's like a regular sub, and it sounds like this. Really distorted. And I feel like having these little chops of the 808 add a lot to the bounce and the feeling of the beat. So if you want to do that, you come in here, you open the sample on the sampler, you come into the envelope here, you put volume, you turn it on, and you You usually would have something like this, I believe, on the like FL Studio thingy, something like that. That's how it looks as default, I believe. Let me show you. Yeah, that's what it looks as default. So you turn it on, you turn all the knobs off, and you turn hold all the way up. So what it does is that once the note stops playing right here, it would actually just like stop playing instead of keeping the note playing, because you like tweak the envelope. So it's like adding, it gives the same effect. I've seen people do this where they just put a note where they want the note to stop sounding, and then they turn the velocity all the way down, and it's exactly the same thing as doing that with like an extra less step. So that was it for the drums. Really simple drums. They have a lot of bounce to it. I added this fog tag here. And the last thing I really added to this beat were the vocals that I showed you how to extract earlier. So I put them in, but I didn't want it to sound just like raw, you know. I didn't want it to sound like boring. So I added, the first effect that I added was vocal bender, which if you didn't have vocal bender is like Little Altar Boy by Sound Toys. I'm gonna put a picture on the screen. I believe there are other options just like vocal bender. On auto tunes you have throat length, but you also have the vocal bender plugin by Waves. So I turned the pitch all the way up, and I turned it like 12 semitones up, like one octave up, and the vocals sound like this. Let me show you.
It takes a lot to be always on the phone. It takes a lot. Maybe not.
And it's not like turning the pitch all the way up naturally. When you use like a vocal bender or a Little Ultra Boy kind of plugin,
It takes a lot
it adds
to
that
be all.
little like tin sound to it that I really like. It sounds like Skrillex almost, you know. I added Portal 2. This preset is called the Grain preset, again from my Portal Bank. It's the second preset, and it adds that little crushing noise
It takes a lot
with a
to be
little like high
always
pitch
on the
accent.
phone. It takes a lot.
And I really like how that sounds. That preset sounds amazing on plugs. I added some reverb. This is Rev Intensity by Varteria. Regular preset, like the default one, didn't change anything, but turned down the reverb level very down, so it's almost subtle.
It takes a lot to be
You can hear it
always
very
on
in
the
the background.
phone. It
It
takes
adds
a
some
lot.
ambience, so the vocals. One thing is that when you extract the vocals using the technique that I use, it kills the reverb, so the vocals will sound very dry. So you need to add some sort of reverb. And I came in here, something that a lot of people don't know about FL Studio. You might want to like automate this and make one of these. Oops. Make one of these automation clips, but you can only really right click and do it on native plugins. But you can come in here and tweak it. The important thing is to tweak it. So let's say I put it to -1 semitones, not this one because I'm using that, but I can, if this is a 12 semitones and I want to automate it, I'm going to put it to 11 or any other thing. And here you come into tools up in FL Studio right here, right there where why am I pointing my finger? You cannot even see it. But you're gonna click here, last tweaked, and create automation clip, and now you have an automation of that. So I had the formant on 0 semitones. The formant is basically I don't know how to explain it. There's people that can explain it better than me. I It will change, like, okay, I don't know how to explain it, but it does this cool effect. Listen to it.
It takes a lot to be always on the phone. It takes a lot.
So I automated it. It was in third semitones, and here on this vocal, like in this part of the beat, it will cut down automatically to 0, like -12 semitones on the formant, and it will go all the way up until +12 semitones. And it's like the vocal is going up on pitch, but it's not really going up on pitch, if you know what I'm saying, you know? and I added a filter to really filter it out, make it sound really spacious, really spatial, like not really in the beat, but in the beat, almost like a background element. And that's literally the beat. Really simple beat. It has a lot of beat chops like Theo does. And if Theo's watching this, I'm a big fan of your work. We should work someday, bro. You're the GOAT. Yeah, this is how it sounds really. I'm gonna play it again really quickly. I think the thing that really consolidates this beat together is the portal automations, you know, because it makes it like tweaks the melody completely different. It does this like whole thing on the melody. It like chops it up, messes with it, and then it goes back to normal, and then you have vocals and stuff. So yeah. If anybody wants this beat, hit me up on Instagram.
Tonto.
And if you want some fire presets for your portal, link down in the description. So yeah, I hope you liked the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. So hit the subscribe button. I've heard that YouTube actually lights up the subscribe button when you say the word subscribe. So if you're watching this and your subscribe button just lit up like a Christmas tree, it's a signal. It means that you need to subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notifications bell, leave a like, comment something nice, something mean. I don't really care. As long as you comment something, I'm cool with it. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Good night.